All right, good morning, and welcome to Power 30. Yeah, I was just talking about how I was getting content. You just shoot short little videos of anything. Like I'm always going back and looking for videos because here's the thing with network marketing. Everything is content. Like we can make content about everything. You know what I mean? So like I'm like, who doesn't love a good dump truck? I did get a little footage of it dumping some stone because of course you guys know we have to put the new tractor to work somehow, some way. And it's been raining ever since Roger got it. So it's time to push him out the door and do some work. So, all right. Let's see, today is the 9th of October. We've got plenty of time, right? You can be of the mindset of, oh my gosh, it's already the 9th. Like the first week didn't go the way I wanted to. Like, oh, I'm never going to get anybody. I'm not going to get the Lululemon, da. Or you can be like, oh my gosh, it's only the 9th. I've got plenty of time. I know who I'm going to reach out to. I'm going to think about this strategy. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be focused. So I don't know. Which camp are you? Like, we need to wake up and tell our day how it's going to be. We really do. It's totally up to you how your day goes. Here's the other thing. You can be, and I've seen, I don't know if it's I think it's Alex Hormozy who talks about this. He goes, the real superpower, and I don't think he called it a superpower, but I like calling things superpower. It just is fun. So your superpower is if you are having a bad day and you still choose to be in a good mood and do what you need to do. That's a superpower. Ooh, dang, that's good. That's good. Write that down. Write that down, Danielle. No, just kidding. All right, here we go. All right, this morning, I really was thinking about as I was in my messages, doing work this morning, and having different conversations, I was thinking about this concept. Now, this is something um, that I've heard Alita and Megan talk about as well, but about 9 months ago is when I started this as a focus for my business. And it just made so much sense, and people understand it. That's the other thing. So I'm like, you guys, as leaders, as people who want to build a business, as someone who brings people on and says, hey, I'll help you build a business. Even down to, even if you're talking about product, I'll help you have success with your products, whatever it is. You are the only one in charge of driving your business. It's your job to drive your business. It's not your uplines. It's not your sidelines. It's not your downlines. Like, if they just would do this, like whatever it is, it's your job to drive your business. And that's a great visual that I feel like everybody can wrap their head around. Okay, I got to drive my business. Like, to me, I think about like steering, right? And like staying in a lane, but I also think about like pushing that gas and going. When I got a new truck, well, I'm on my second new truck, but when I got my last Dodge truck because I needed a Hemi, right? Because everyone needs a Hemi in their truck. And I'm telling you, I've never got speeding tickets until I got those two trucks. So needless to say, I have to pull back and watch out. But I mean, I feel like we need to work our business the same way. Like, get impatient, hit that. I mean, I can go to 100 miles an hour in about 5 seconds. Like, I have no problem passing people. But I've tamed it back. But anyway, like, that's a great business visual. Like, really drive your business, give it power, stay in your lane. Don't let other people distract you. Distractions are an issue that I am constantly working at. Like, everyone, here's another thing. Know what your weaknesses are. Become very aware. Alita always is telling me, you're so aware, like your awareness over the past years has just grown exponentially because you can't change, improve, or decrease something, right? Whichever way it needs to go, unless you're aware of it. If you're not aware of something, right? So initially, right, when we're starting our business, our upline, hey, do I have permission to talk to you if I see something? Hey, can I help you kind of change that a little bit? Like, we bring awareness, but guess what? Once you start working the business and you take ownership, you need to start being aware. And then you're aware, and then it's like, then the time between your awareness and when you take action on doing something about that, right? Whether it's a thought you have to rein in, whether it's a business action that you need to take right away. That's today's going to be my word is going to be superpower. That's your superpower. Okay. Like, being aware and then taking action and changing it. And that time is of essence, right? Yeah, because what happens is your brain tries to talk you out of doing whatever it is that you need to do. And we're not going to let it, right? We're going to take control of our thoughts. So that's kind of where I was going, even with distractions. I need to be aware. I take that captive immediately. I know when I'm distracted. And I don't know about you guys, but I talk to myself a lot in my head. Like, it's ridiculous. I think if people could see, like, has anyone ever said to you, like, if people could see your thoughts, I'm like, oh God, like that one when I'm in church, that scares me. Okay. I'm like, oh, God can see all that. Like that. I'm telling you, like, people have a fear of God in different ways. I think, oh my gosh, he knows all my thoughts, and I do not like that. I'm just laying it out there. But anyway, you always think if people, could see your thoughts or whatever, like my mind just like constantly goes. And I have to talk to myself in and out of different things. Like, Cheryl, you said that you were going to do this, and you still have 3 more, whatever, messages. You said that you were going to start posting every day. So I don't care that it's 11:30 p.m. at night. Get your butt in gear and finish a post. I remember it was 2 days like, and this is constant with me, you guys. I have to be my own cheerleader. I have to push myself. You ever see the reel where the girl pushes herself down the slide? Like, you have to do that. So it was 2 days before the end of the month in September. And I was like, okay, Cheryl, you said that you were going to post. And it was like 11:49, right, at night when I posted. And I was like, I don't care. It's still, for me, I'm in Central Time. It's still 2 days before the end of the month. I'm posting this. And it's that kind of stuff that you keep doing, right? Consistently, not perfectly, but with progress that builds trust with yourself, that builds belief that you can do this, and you've got to do it. I don't care if you have to talk to yourself in your head as much as I do. Okay, here's the thing about driving our business, right? Our business doesn't build by chance, right? It builds by purpose, intentionality, specific action taken consistently. And I really kind of like what Meg put in the We Mean Business chat, because it is about and we just do it over and over again. And I'm telling you, that's where we lose people. We just do. Because they just start to just like lose that mojo, right? Like, we lose people in the simplicity. Honestly, it's not even boredom. It is the simplicity of our business. Like, it's not rocket science, right? I used to have to do a lot of tax law was hard, you guys. Network marketing is not hard, okay? Um, but it's not going to happen by chance. You're going to have to do this on purpose. You're going to have to be intentional. And here's the thing, you don't have to do 100 things a day. You need to make sure you do the 3 most important things. Whatever it is that you're avoiding, you need to do that, because by doing that, you're driving your business in whatever way that is, whether it's posting, whether it's messaging, whether it's, I mean, it can also be from the aspect of leading your business, right? Whatever it is that you're avoiding, right? Maybe it's avoiding, I don't know, honestly, it can be anything. We avoid everything. Um, but you need to drive it forward. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough, because here's the thing, you're in charge of your business, right? It's your job to drive it. You don't get tired of it. You don't get bored of it. And you don't just do it once a week. So you're the expert. And I know sometimes you don't feel like the expert, but that's how you build your leadership skills, right? Your leadership skills are a muscle. Learning how to rein your mindset in, that's a muscle. Learning how to do things, right? When you don't want to, really, that's a muscle, right? Or a habit, or however you want to think of it, but you have to build it. Okay. And here's the thing. So I'm going to go back to kind of where I was going this morning with some messages that I was doing with some people on my team, and I was like, yeah, I need to remind them it's their job to build their business, right? Don't let customers tell you what they're doing. I'm like, it's funny because I mean, maybe they are in charge. I'm like, they're not in charge. But here's the thing, they just don't know any better. It's not so much about being in charge, right? We know, we're the expert. This is your next step. This is it, so someone, and this is driving your business. So on my team, and I've done this on Power 30 before, we do what's called an unboxing call, right? That's kind of our process. Sometimes we talk on the phone or whatever before someone gets their products, but a lot of times it's, the 3-way chat is set up. We're waiting for them to get their products, they get their products. But in order to get that connection, right? That community, that feeling belonging, that trusting, that belief, I don't know these people, right? So I need to be brought in, right, as the upline, and we let them know that, we're going to be here for you. Our mission is your success. And then we also tell them about the business. Hey, don't forget, you got a free referral link when you sign up. So let's take advantage of it. You're more accountable with somebody else. You share with 3 people. It's $310. A Lululemon, like all those things, right? We do all those things on an unboxing call, right? So you're driving your business. We're building that connection. But this person was like, well, they said that they don't want to do it until after they get home from vacation. I was like, no, no, we don't do that. I'm like, no, I get it. I said, guess what? I just had someone who went on vacation, and this is what I did. Again, they're thinking, okay, it's got to be Monday. It's got to be the first of the month, the first of the year. You know how it is. Like, that's always the best day to start. Okay, when I get home from vacation. Okay, when the kids get in school. Okay, there's always something. So we have to, it's our job as the expert to let them know, no, you don't have to do that. Guess what? This is so simple. So when people are going on vacation, I can get the ProBio 5 BioCleanse stuff, but I'm like, oh, no. You go in there and say, I get that. We can do our unboxing call when you get back from vacation, but you definitely want your pink drink while you're on vacation. Like, you're not going to want to miss out on that. It's so good. This is what you're going to do. You're going to mix it up. You tell them about it, whatever, and say, you are going to be so thankful that you do this. You're going to be drinking water anyway. That's what I tell them. You're going to be drinking water anyway. So I was like, no, like that's driving your business. You don't let them, and again, this is just a customer. But this is what happens. You get a happy customer. They see that you know what you're talking about. You continue with that and you say, hey, you you know what? You can, that's a post. You know what? You can share about how easy it was to do your pink drink on vacation. Let's post about this. You write like 5 lines up and take a picture of you with your pink drink on the beach. You can even stay in touch with them, or they have a picture or something, afterwards. But again, that's the forward thinking. That's driving your business. You're always thinking, what can I do to help this person have success with their products and have success with sharing and getting the cost of their products covered? Here's something else that, and again, there are some people that come on for the business, but we talk a lot about how that is not the majority of people. And people can get scared off easily. I don't get scared off easily by presenting the business, but sometimes you have to do it in a way that works for them. It's so easy to talk about, hey, do you know if you just share with 3 friends, you can get the cost of your products covered? So for us, that's always a first step, unless someone came on for the business. That's a little bit different, right? Who doesn't want the cost of the products covered? Like, it's so funny because I love, and I hear him out there now. I love that Phil and Meg live next door to us. I called him up this morning. Phil, guess what? Get Hezzy over here to, like, who doesn't love to watch dump trucks? Like, he loves it. Get him over here, come through the field because the dump truck's in the driveway. Like, so he came over. Like, how fun that Plexus helped us create that life. Okay, that's a sidebar. However, shoot, now I forgot what I was talking about because I got off on a side. Okay, so anyway, oh, I know, I heard him talking. So I was bringing over pig feed yesterday because I got it in my truck. He's taking it out of the truck because he's big and strong. I am too, but I'd rather let him do that, right? Selective. Um, and he's on the phone. He's on the phone all the time talking to people on the team, right? And he was talking about who doesn't want to get the cost of their products covered. I don't know anyone. Okay, if you just said, hey, if I could help you get the cost of your products covered, can I just share that? Like, who does? Oh, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. Got plenty of money. Like, okay, I have money too, but you know what? I want the cost of my products covered. Like, that's a first step. That that's driving your business without maybe scaring somebody off with the business. You know what I mean? Because if you go straight in and say, hey, I can help you build a business, like that, people are like, whoa, I just signed up for the products, right? But if you say, hey, I want to get the cost of your products covered, I know you already, I already know you thought of somebody. If you have at least one person, you are 80% more accountable. I know you already thought of someone. Who could that be? And sometimes this conversation, like I said, happens on that unboxing call. Because I've built rapport with them, right? And anyway, so what I'm saying is that you have to drive your business in every interaction you have with customers, in every interaction that you're thinking about with marketing your business, with reaching out to people, like you're driving it, right? And you don't, and when I'm thinking about like posting and all that stuff, I want you guys to remember, because this is something I'm really trying to reinforce on my team, okay? You want to sell the transformation. People want to know, what is this going to do for me? They're not going to want to know, okay? And no offense, okay, you guys, just don't take any offense to this because I'm not saying I've never done it. They're not going to want to know that there are 9 cups of broccoli in Slim. Like, yes and no, like, right? But they want to know, what is that going to do for me? So why is there 9 cups of broccoli in there? What is that going to do for me? Is it the antioxidants and whatever? Like, hey, we're bombarded with so much stuff in the environment. I love that I can drink my pink drink and, whatever. They want to know, what's it going to do for me? That's why we had you guys do this before Plexus. I used to do. Now I don't. They want to know, what is it going to do for me? And you can take that stuff and break it down, put your own out there, say, hey, I remember before, I used to stay in bed for 3 days with migraines, with ice packs around my head. I even missed my daughter's level 5 state gymnastics meets because I had a headache. But you know what? That doesn't happen now. I can show up at my grandson's events no matter what, because I haven't gotten a migraine in 9 years. People want to know that, right? They don't want to know whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just don't want to know all that stuff. Oh my gosh. My phone was on Siri and it was doing something with everything that I was saying. That was really weird. I looked down and I'm like, what is it doing? Anyway, okay. Here's the other thing. When you are in chats, part of driving the business, okay, driving the conversation, being the leader, okay. I just have to write one more thing down. Is that you are the expert. You may not feel like the expert. You may be new. You may be thinking, gosh, I'm only 2 years in, whatever. You're 9 years in. Yes. Does it get easier because I've done more reps? But it doesn't matter. You're the expert. You are going to tell them that you know exactly what they need to do, or I've got that. Let me grab it. Da, da, da. Oh, you will love this. You know what? Let me get right back here. Even if you don't have the answer, you come out, you go into your three-way chat with your upline and say, oh crap, they're talking about how they're going to go on cholesterol medicine. I have no idea. I only know about triplex. Can you help me? You don't say, oh gosh, like I wonder if we have something that could help that, or or I'm kind of busy right now and I'll get back in here. But no, like you're the expert, you know exactly, and you tell them that you will get back with them. And you know, even if you're not ready with something, say you told someone that hey, if I asked if you did a shout out post, would you do that? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, oh crap, I don't have one together for them. Like I just wanted to tweak it a little bit with their stuff. You don't go in there and say, hey, well, I really need to get that together. And you just say, oh, great, let me grab one. And then you work on it. You know what I mean? Like you're the expert. Like you always want to be the person who knows what's going on, even if you don't. Okay, because everything is figure outable. Like it seriously is. I mean, it is amazing. If you need to be able to figure something out, you can, right? So you're the expert, act like the expert in your chats, be very confident in what you say. You can say it in a way. Here's the thing, even if something goes on in one of your three-way chats and you're like, I don't even know the confident answer to say back, come out of the chat. This is what three-way chats are for. Come out of the chat, talk with your upline, say, crap, I don't even know what to say to this. They'll let you know and then come back. Here's another, and people don't like this. I think that we don't have to 100% be on and answer within a couple seconds in our chats, right? But I think it really is important if we answer people in a prompt fashion. I just do. That's always the way I've done things. I know we have 24 hours to answer or whatever it is, but how valued and seen do people feel when you can answer them back right away? I think it's super important. I just do. If you can do it, be prompt, get back in a chat when you can. Okay. Yes, there are times that you can't. You can let them know sometimes if something's going on, but you don't. I just think that's really important. And I'm just going to say that. All right. One more point. Okay. This is the other thing. People don't like this either. I do a lot of things people don't like, but it works. Okay. And here's the thing, you have to get uncomfortable. And because if you're not uncomfortable, okay, here's bonus extra credit. If you're not uncomfortable with what you're doing, then you need to be doing more. Okay. Like if you are comfortable, like seriously, you need to be doing something else. Just do something that makes your palms sweat and your heart beat fast. Okay. But here's the other thing. You need to make sure as someone who brings other people on that you say you're going to help them with the business, that you hold integrity. It's super, super important to me. If I bring you on and I tell you that I'm going to help you build the business, there are a couple things. One, I better damn well do it. Okay. So my job isn't, oh gosh, like I can't believe I have to say the same thing, or they should just know this by now, or I'm just waiting for them to do something, or whatever it is. If I brought someone on to help them with the business, I hold integrity by helping them. Okay. And I know that there are people who like back out and then come in and then you know what I mean? I want you as much as possible to hold integrity. And there are ways around that. Like if you're in a hard season or something, I've helped step in for other leaders. Okay. We do that because that's how we work as a group, but you don't do it forever. Right. And so when I talk about that, it's from the perspective, I've had to have conversations with people that say, hey, okay, ready for this? This is where I piss people off. So Nanzette is like, yep, okay, shoot. So I say, hey, I see that you've got a level 2 right now who is bringing people on, has someone who's interested now that they posted, right? Because I've been in touch with them. And we need to start going into 3-way chats. But guess what? You've been AWOL for a month or 2. And so here's the deal. You told them that you would help them build the business, and you're not doing it, and you're not holding integrity. So guess what? You have 2 choices. You can either step up and start working the business, because guess what? I'm not working it for you. Or you can step down and drop down to be a customer. They bump up to me, and it's my business. Oh, gosh. Do you know how those conversations went initially? Oh, God. Hard. They're really hard. But guess what? I'm not holding integrity as their leader if I'm not pointing out what's not going on. Like I said that I would help them build a business. If they're not doing what they said they should do, well, then get out. And but I'm also here to help you if you're ready to step back in. And guess what? A couple of those conversations, the people stepped up. They're now working their business. One person said, yeah, you're right, step down. Like, so it works. Okay. So do the hard things, drive your own business, be a badass, step into your superpowers, and hold integrity. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope it was helpful. Here's the thing. Take one piece of what I said and do it today. Because if you just consume and you don't do, it's not going to do you any good, right? Like take action on one thing. You don't have to have a million of them. All right. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you continue to thrive. Mwah.